What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about things that may be killing our motivation, even if we're using it to actually make us stronger or better. Could this be true? Well, we're going to find out right now. So stick around because that is coming up right now. So I am heading over to Target now, right before it closes, to see if I can find a couple of things to complete some of the recipes I had in mind. But in the meantime, we're going to be talking about what we mentioned, which is how our motivation can be killed with things that we're doing to actually help us. Let's go. Now, everybody at least finds a few people in their life that are on a diet that are saying, I want to do this, I want to do that, this is my goal. And a lot of times we end up seeing those people fall back into their habits that did not help them get to where they want to go. So what I would imagine is you're encountering people that I've also met in my life, which have these people have good intentions, except their mindset just isn't quite exactly where it needs to be. See, one of the things that I've noticed is, I don't know if I can eat that, I worked out too much today. There should be no difference on which day you should eat something, whether it's good or bad. If you want to eat something that was quote unquote bad, then it doesn't matter what day you eat it, whether or not you worked out or not. Your exercise, let's say resistance training, whatever it is you're doing, it's either going to be for your muscles or for your heart, which is also a muscle. So what you're referring to is your diet. If you are in a specific goal that makes you is to help you reach a, let's call it, competition or something, and I understand you wanting to be strict because you have a deadline and you're being competitive. But if this is just something you want to do for the rest of your life, which should probably be the majority of us, then what are we rushing for? Let's say you're eating 1,800 calories, that's your normal calorie intake. If you happen to miss a workout, for some reason they'll feel they need to have about 1,300 calories, simply because they didn't work out those days. But your resting is also a part of it. It's not like you're cheating yourself by resting. That's just your body using time to recover. And I'm sure you've heard the difference between cheat meals and cheat days. Well, of course, cheating is a word that people use because of how they feel about what they're doing. But let's say you have a really good diet and then you just decide to have ice cream one day and you feel good about it and you just go back to your life the way you normally had to plan, because having those things are part of your life, then you don't feel bad, you don't feel like you're cheating, you're just having ice cream. Well, a lot of people will think, okay, I'm going to exercise hardcore for 3 months, I'm going to reach my goal in those 3 months, and then I can eat whatever I want, which I don't know what that means. Like, are you just eating bland chicken and vegetables all the time for 3 months? And are you really benefiting yourself, or are you actually limiting yourself by doing that? Well, that's something we got to think about. Now, I did make a video a while back about unrealistic expectations. Now, it's not to say that your goal is unrealistic, but probably the amount of time that you're expecting to do it by is unrealistic. So let's say you are going on a cruise in 2 months and you want to reach a perfect body in that time. Well, you might think, okay, well, if I'm really, really strict to the point that I'm not even enjoying myself for 2 months, well, then that's okay, because I'll be who I need to be. And they start to validate, or rather justify those things, and they don't enjoy the time that they're doing. So that when those 2 months are over, they're completely breaking the diet, not living the way they want to, and they no longer look the way they wanted to. And not to mention, it's probably not a realistic thing to want to reach those things in 2 months. Now, I'm going to make another video about how to eat healthy, eat in a way that will help you reach your fitness goals, but also save money, because these things can be very expensive. And that video is coming up soon. And normally one of my favorite places to go to, and I go to many places, but one of my favorite recently has been Aldi, and it has been since I've gone there. Today I'm going to Target because I have a gift card, and I'm going to see what I can get in that amount of money that I have the gift card for. Now, I already used some of it, so one day I'm going to do a $100. What can I do in this store? What can I buy with that amount of money? But today we're just going to get a few things that I need, and that should be it. And so one last point I was going to mention that can actually ruin us while we're trying to use it to improve ourselves is the kind of workouts we're doing. We might end up spending a lot of time doing exercises that we don't want to do, and we're not motivated to continue doing it. Maybe after a week we'll just get tired, we don't do it, we don't go back to the gym, and we don't do the exercises that will actually help us, So if you learn to only stick to the things that you like, and it'll keep you motivated, and then maybe at the same time you'll learn to appreciate the other workouts that you don't at the moment. You have to start off with on the right foot with the things that help you, with the things that you can do in the long run, and you'll see that it'll open the doors to other things. So in conclusion, what are the things that are going to motivate you? What kind of steps, what kind of techniques should you have, mindsets should you have so that it can help you continue going strong towards your goal? It is honestly whatever is making you happy. Don't let other people's goals influence yours. You have to do what makes you happy. You have to do what lets you keep going. If you can use other people's experiences as your own lessons, but you don't have to do it to learn from it. So that is all for today, and I hope you've enjoyed this content. I hope you've enjoyed the steps, the advice that I've been giving you. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I appreciate your liking, your sharing, and your subscribing for those who haven't done so. And of course, everybody, you already know, if you do more, you will be more.